Good day and welcome. You're watching Sint Maarten NEWSDESK, where we bring you the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond. With your anchor crew, Alston Lawrence, Glenda York, Tiziana Hart, and Mizzy with the Sunshine Report. This broadcast is brought to you by TV15 and proudly produced by Great Bay Media Studios in Philipsburg, Sint Maarten. And now, let's jump straight into today's top headlines.
Police arrest scooter rider carrying illegal firearm. The police force has arrested a scooter rider after officers allegedly discovered an illegal handgun during a routine traffic stop on Monday night. According to the police, patrol officers attempted to stop the rider at around 9:50 p.m. for a routine control. The individual initially failed to comply before eventually coming to a stop. During the inspection, officers found the suspect in possession of a handgun. The individual was immediately arrested and taken to the Philipsburg police station, where he remains in custody while the investigation continues. The firearm was seized as evidence, and the police force says regular traffic controls and proactive patrols remain an important part of its efforts to remove illegal firearms from the streets and strengthen public safety. Anyone with information about illegal weapons or suspicious activity is encouraged to contact the police force or report anonymously through the appropriate channels. 1SXM calls for referendum after UN decolonization vote. The 1SXM Association of Sint Maarten to have a direct voice in the island's constitutional future following a recent vote at the United Nations Economic and Social Council on a resolution supporting the implementation of the UN Declaration on the granting of independence to colonial countries and peoples. The resolution passed with 31 votes in favor, 1 against, and 17 abstentions. Among those abstaining were both the Republic of France and the Kingdom of the Netherlands, the two countries that administer Sint Maarten. In a statement, 1SXM says the vote highlights what it describes as a continuing pattern in which decisions connected to the island's future are made without consulting the people of Sint Maarten. The association also pointed to the recent ratification process for the agreement defining the border between the French and Dutch sides of the island, arguing that it too moved forward without a referendum or island-wide public consultation. 1SXM says that after nearly 4 centuries, governments continue to make constitutional decisions affecting Sint Maarten while the people themselves remain outside the decision-making process. The association is once again urging island leaders to organize a binary referendum asking one question: should Sint Maarten become an independent country? Yes or no? 1SXM says it has always been for independence of Sint Maarten, but believes the decision should belong to the people through a fair, free, and democratic vote. The association concluded by saying that until the people of Sint Maarten are given the opportunity to speak directly on their constitutional future, others will continue to speak on their behalf. Sint Maarten Medical Center research advances child respiratory care. The Sint Maarten Center has announced the publication of the first 2 research papers from its RISE and Care Safe studies, providing new insights into respiratory infections affecting children across Sint Maarten and the Dutch Caribbean. The studies found that respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV, is a leading cause of severe illness in young children, with infections peaking during the Caribbean's rainy season rather than following the pattern seen in Europe. Researchers say this highlights the need for prevention strategies tailored to the region's tropical climate. The research also examined respiratory virus data collected between 2018 and 2023, helping doctors better understand when children are most at risk and how healthcare providers can improve prevention and treatment. Sint Maarten Medical Center says the findings have already helped launch a new regional RSV roadmap project, which aims to develop locally adapted prevention strategies and strengthen pediatric healthcare across the Dutch Caribbean. The hospital says the publications mark an important milestone in improving child health through locally driven medical research.
Hello, my people. My name is Guyana York of Sit, Sip and Chat and Moms in Paradise podcast. You can find us on TV15 Sint Maarten, TVC St. Kitts, and on YouTube. Reporting from Great Bay Media Studios in Sint Maarten, your NEWSDESK feature story is coming up. But first, here is Mizzy with the Sunshine Report.
Hey there, it's Mizzy with the Sunshine Report, straight out of Sunshine City, Sint Maarten, bringing you all the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive into today's forecast and see how the skies are treating us.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience, community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience, hey. For every life, every adventure, number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to road.
Welcome to the BTP Cybercrime Awareness video. What is cybercrime? Cybercrime is any illegal activity that uses computers, smartphones, or the internet to harm people, steal information, or cause damage. Now, how to protect yourself. First, use strong passwords. Also, keep your devices and antivirus software updated. Enable two-factor authentication. Research before sending money. Use trusted platforms. Log out of accounts on shared/public devices. Scan the QR code for more tips. Stay alert. Stay secure.
Sarah Westcott-Williams awaits government's response on social electricity bill. Member of Parliament Sarah Westcott-Williams says she has completed draft legislation to introduce a social electricity tariff, but is waiting on information from the government before submitting the bill to Parliament. According to Westcott Williams, she has requested official documents, including the legal decrees establishing electricity tariffs and any amendments made over the years. She says the information is needed to ensure the proposed legislation is built on a clear legal foundation. The MP also questioned the legal basis for NVGEBE's fuel clause and whether different electricity tariffs can be applied without formal government approval. Her proposal would create lower electricity rates for vulnerable households, introduce special tariffs for institutions such as schools, and establish rules requiring the government to compensate GEBE when reduced tariffs fall below production costs. With Parliament currently in recess, Westcott Williams says she will table the legislation once the requested information has been provided by the government. Caribbean leader earns top international Lions appointment. Nichelle Smith has been appointed Leo Lion Board Liaison to the Lions International Board of Directors for the 2026 and 2027 Lions year, representing the English-speaking Caribbean, Suriname, and Guyana on the global stage. The one-year appointment places Smith among an international leadership team responsible for strengthening collaboration between Lions and Leo clubs while ensuring the voices of young leaders are represented in the organization's global initiatives. Lions International is one of the world's largest service organizations with more than 1.4 million members in over 200 countries and territories. Smith said the appointment is both humbling and inspiring, adding that she remains committed to creating opportunities for young people to grow through service and leadership. Meanwhile, the Sint Maarten Lions Club continued its community outreach by partnering with the local Little League organization to treat children from the Sister Basilia Center to the opening ceremony of the 2026 Latin America and Caribbean Little League Baseball Tournament, giving them a memorable day of sports, friendship, and community spirit. Sint Maarten cricketer earns historic Najiko scholarship. Sint Maarten cricketer is set to benefit from a new regional scholarship aimed at developing the next generation of Caribbean talent. Through a partnership between Najiko Insurances and the ExxonMobil Guyana Global Super League, 21-year-old batting all-rounder Michael Palmer has been selected as the first recipient of a developmental scholarship. Palmer will join the Guyana Amazon Warriors during this year's tournament, giving him the opportunity to train and learn in a professional, high-performance cricket environment alongside some of the region's top players. Najiko Group CEO Kiria Ali said the initiative is about investing in the potential of young people and providing experiences that can shape future careers. The ExxonMobil Guyana Global Super League says the scholarship reflects its commitment to creating opportunities beyond the cricket field while strengthening the future of Caribbean cricket.
Hey there, I'm Venicia Herbert, and welcome to the Community Billboard. This is your space where the people, places, and heartbeat of the Sint Maarten community get to speak for themselves. Whether it's an event worth showing up for, a business worth knowing about, or a cause worth caring about, you'll hear it right here. So, settle in, because what's coming up next just might be exactly what you've been looking for. Welcome to the NEWSDESK Community Billboard.
Heavy sweating, weakness, dizziness, headache, nausea, a fast heartbeat, maybe signs of heat exhaustion. Move the person to a cool or shaded area, loosen clothing, and help them cool down. Confusion, fainting, seizures, or very hot skin may signal heat stroke. Call emergency services immediately. Know the warning signs and act quickly. A message from Collective Prevention Services within the Ministry of Public Health, Social Development, and Labor.
To be part of our mailing list, send an email to newsdesksxm@gmail.com.
Hello everyone, I'm Josiah from the Rice Foundation.
My name is Shiada Bowers.
And we are here for the second annual Back to School Drive. And we need your help to make this possible. This year, we're trying to do 100 students with full packages to go back to school for this year. So we need your help with backpacks, school supplies, school shoes, full uniform sets to make this school year start great.
Last year, our aim was for 50 students. Then, with your support, we were able to do 60 plus students. This year, with 100 students, we want to really help the students get prepared for school. So pick a package, sponsor a uniform, buy a backpack, fill in the school supplies. Whatever you can do, we need your support. So come out, contact us on our social media, on our Facebook, our Instagram. Just send us a WhatsApp message or call us at 584-7473 or 523-8421. Reach out, give what you can, and it will make a difference.
And remember, it starts with you.
So we'll be at Ferry Road, Castleless and Super City, July 18th and July 25th between 11 and 3 p.m. Come out, purchase items in the stores, bring it to us, or just give a donation. Just help us reach our goals of 100 students before the school year starts. Thank you so much.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every love, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them it's there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road.
Welcome to the BTP Cybercrime Awareness video. What is cybercrime? Cybercrime is any illegal activity that uses computers, smartphones, or the internet to harm people, steal information, or cause damage. Now, how to protect yourself. First, use strong passwords. Also, keep your devices and antivirus software updated. Enable two-factor authentication. Research before sending money. Use trusted platforms. Log out of accounts on shared/public devices. Scan the QR code for more tips. Stay alert. Stay secure.
Before we wrap up, we take a moment each day to check in with our neighbors across the region. There's always a story worth paying attention to. Here's today's regional headline.
In our regional report, the death toll rises after Guyana ferry disaster. Authorities in Guyana are continuing a massive search and rescue operation after the passenger ferry MV Barima capsized off the country's northern coast. Officials say at least 27 people have died, 69 have been rescued, and 83 remain missing after the vessel sank during an overnight voyage from Georgetown to Port Kaituma. Investigators now believe as many as 179 people were on board, far more than the number listed on the official passenger manifest. Survivors described chaotic scenes as the ferry reportedly took on water after being struck by a large wave. forcing passengers to cling to floating debris for hours while awaiting rescue. Authorities have launched a criminal investigation after the ferry's captain and at least one crew member reportedly tested positive for cannabis. Officials are also investigating allegations that passengers were allowed to board without being recorded on the manifest. Neighboring countries, including French Guyana, have joined the rescue effort as Guyana prepares for what officials fear could be a rising death toll.
Welcome back. Each day we take a moment to go beyond the headlines and look deeper into the issues, people, and conversations shaping life here on Sint Maarten. Welcome to today's NEWSDESK feature.
The Sint Maarten Trust Fund has presented its 2025 annual report to Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Luc Mercelina, highlighting what officials describe from post-Irma recovery to long-term resilience. Program Manager Toyin Jagdar presented the report, the executive summary, and the latest results storybook, Strong Communities, Strong Country. Now in its 8th year, the Trust Fund says its work is no longer only about plans, but visible results across the island. The report covers 13 projects with 8 still active and 5 completed. By the end of 2025, more than $330 million had been disbursed. One of the biggest highlights is the full restoration and upgrade of Princess Juliana International Airport, completed on the budget and strengthened for hurricane resilience. The Trust Fund also reports support for more than 320 small businesses, with about $20 million in financing. Nearly half of those businesses were owned or managed by women. In healthcare, overseas medical referrals were reduced by 88%, while patient satisfaction rose to 85%. Construction of the new Sint Maarten General Hospital also continues, with resilience measures and features designed for major storms and earthquakes. Community projects also played a major role. The report says 91 sub-projects directly benefited more than 20,000 people, supporting youth, seniors, vulnerable families, and local organizations. Other highlights include 65,000 public records digitized, 400 civil servants trained in cybersecurity, and 17.6 kilometers of electricity cables placed underground to reduce storm-related service disruptions. Looking ahead, the focus now shifts to government ownership and sustaining these gains, because the real test is no longer only whether Sint Maarten can rebuild. It is whether the country can maintain these systems and turn recovery into lasting resilience.
That's all the time we have for today's edition of Sint Maarten NEWSDESK. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every weekday at 8 a.m. on TV 15 and across all our social media platforms. From all of us here at NEWSDESK, we wish you a fantastic week ahead. Until next time, stay friendly, Sint Maarten.